Hey, what's up, you guys? Tolbert here, coming with you for a lesson for Tuesday, April 7th. It's the Tuesday right before spring break, which is exciting. I know you're just as excited as me. I have sent you guys a lot of messages out in Remind today. Some individuals, some the entire groups. Guys, basically, I need all quarter three work that you have not done turned in to me by Friday. Um, the school board meets tomorrow. It meets Tuesday night. Today's Monday. I'm filming Tuesday's video. And they're going to make the decision on what to do with quarter three grades, but I'm assuming it's going to end by this week. So I need that junk as soon as possible. Several of you have not turned in your study guides. And hey, look, missing work through 313, all of you have access to this. Those are the two study guides that most of you are missing. I know it says like handwrite it. Forget that. Do it in a Google Doc and share it back with me. And I'll get those grades typed in as soon as possible. Several of you have been sending messages individually. If you've not gotten one from me, consider you're good until you get one from me, which should be tomorrow. Um, so, lesson for today, 4-7, we're going to start this idea of revolution, and you guys are going to have an assignment in which you listen to music with it, um, if I do say so myself. So, let's go ahead and jump into what it is that we're working on today, which is colonization and revolution. This is the next page in the notebook. I believe it's page 17, might be page 18. It's the next one that we got in a row. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. So you can see my catch is chilling, looking at himself in the background. That's not weird at all. All right, so colonization and revolution, guys. Basically, a lot of different countries have revolutions all at the same time. We're going to talk about the United States because it was the most prominent one, and basically they all follow the same like base theory in which stuff's happening. I'm going to go through this really, really fast. Make sure you pause. Make sure you get all these notes. Basically, what ends up happening, first things first, people want to go and they make money, right? Exploration, one of the reasons why they do that is gold. You go out, you take over that particular area of land for your country and for your name and everything else. Well, now you got to start making money off of it. So what do? You sell parts of it to other people so that they can go and farm and make their own money. It's called a joint stock company. You're buying stock in an area of land. So you buy the land and you also buy all the crops that can grow on it and all the gold that's in the ground underneath it. And so joint stock companies are a way for people to buy shares in a particular area of land and make a whole bunch of money. So that's going to be kind of the first things first. I'm going to skip over Sir Walter Raleigh. You've heard his story before. And so Virginia, it goes in, and really what they're doing is they sell all these bits of land out. And everybody spends all their time searching for gold and silver instead of trying to like farm and stuff because again everybody wants to make money. We'll put gold as the top G there, and it didn't work out for a lot of people. A lot of people died, and so that's whenever bigger governments realized in order for them to be successful, what you got to do is you got to have a government come in and start regulating it. And they start building or growing things like tobacco. There's tobacco leaves that's big in Virginia and North Carolina. Winston-Salem is a big tobacco town. Camel City, Camel Tobacco Products come out of there. So basically, what happens is once governments step in and they realize, okay, we can regulate this a little bit and we can figure out what we need to do to make the most amount of money, that's when you start to see like booms in the South, like agriculture, in which we have cash crops down here in the South. What are cash crops? It's crops that are relatively easy to grow that you can make a lot of money off of. Example, tobacco. Example, lots and lots of rice, indigo, um, corn, anything that you can grow a lot of and you can sell it and make a big profit off of it. So cash crops are big, but what these big governments realize is that while all that stuff is going on, there also is a large need for labor, and unfortunately, that's whenever we enter the slave trade, and that's where that's called the Middle Passage. I know that picture looks like it's covering stuff up. And so now's when you start to see whenever all this colonization and stuff happens, people's rights really get treaded on. Slavery in the beginning, guys, has nothing to do with racism in the United States. It's all about economics and making money. It very quickly turns into racism based on, hey, the school district's calling me while I'm trying to do this. That's rude. Um, It's all about economics. It's not about racism in the beginning. It becomes about racism a little later. Um, but the Middle Passage guys we'll see in triangular trade in this picture is the passage in which slaves would come through, and that's where you get the triangle trade of trying to get slaves coming in. We're selling all the stuff back to England. They're trading that out for slaves, and so on and so forth. And here's the triangle that gets developed. I don't know if it won't let me highlight click, but you can see slaves are coming over from Africa into the West Indies and the South. We're then taking all of the stuff that we're growing here and we're sending it up north so it can get worked on in big shipping industries. That's sent over to England. England is then manufacturing stuff, sending that down into Africa, and then so on and so forth, so on and so forth. And so mercantilism is that idea that if you keep trading, you keep trading, and you keep trading, and you keep using people, and you're going to make a lot of money. But unfortunately, what I just said, using people is going to come into play. So these governments have become so powerful so quickly, and they're doing so trying to make as much money as possible and taking over as much as possible that they really start manipulating and they tighten control on people. And basically, England had a lot of war debts. There's Native Americans here that are fighting against colonists. You have slave revolts, you have all this. And so what England decides is, you know what, you guys are charging so much money and you're not worth the trouble that we're just going to start passing all these laws that you're definitely not going to like the fact that you can't travel anywhere. Right? The Royal Proclamation Act of 1763 says that no colonists can go past the Appalachian Mountains. Well, for any of you that have little brothers and sisters, now that you're all quarantined in the house, I guarantee you, if you got carpet in the floor, go draw a line in the carpet and tell your little brothers and sisters do not cross that line. It's going to take them about 10 seconds to cross that line. And so England's going to start making these rules. We're going to start breaking these rules. That's going to make them mad, which makes us more mad because they give us more rules. And basically, it's all going to spiral out of control. Another one, Stamp Act. They literally, guys, walked around and they put a stamp on any document that you have in your house that's important. Imagine every single Google Doc that you've had to open for a homework assignment over the last 3 weeks. They put a stamp on it and you have to pay $1 for each one of them. It's ridiculous. You don't want to pay that. We're making you do that. Why would you have to pay for it? Like, they're making money off of us. Of course, they have to defend us. Why should they charge us to make more money off of us? It doesn't make any sense. And so that's when we hit them with the line, hey, no taxation without representation. I mean, this right here is the situation. Imagine on your 18th birthday, you guys are all 14, 15. Imagine 3 years from now, you're a senior in high school, coronavirus is over, everything's good. Then all of a sudden, your parents come to you and they're like, oh, yeah, here's your bill. And they give you a bill for every single thing that had happened to you all the way up to your 18th birthday. Well, guess what? You didn't choose to get sick when you were in second grade. You didn't choose to break your arm in fourth grade. You know, you wanted to go to that birthday party in sixth grade, but ultimately your parents are the ones that said, yeah, you can go. It's not fair if you don't get to stand up and have a say in it. That's what Patrick Henry said, no taxation without representation. And basically, guys, every single evolution is going to get to a point in which tensions get to be too much, and that's going to be the Boston Massacre. That's when people are killing one another because the government has one position in which they're basically thinking about money and taking advantage of their people. And the people have said, all right, I've had enough. I'm going to do something about it. And ultimately, people end up getting killed. So here's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to use that to talk about other revolutions and that idea and so on and so forth. And then you guys will have the study guide to do tomorrow, which isn't posted yet. It will be by the end of the day, Tuesday. I do want to click and open up as we are sitting at, I've got 9 minutes in, so we're good to get this video up on YouTube. Protest songs. You guys actually get to listen to a little bit of music, and these are some songs that I picked, but I think they are good for what we're trying to do. So what I did, guys, is I picked 3 songs that are all about revolution. So keep in mind, somebody that's in power is abusing their power. The people that are below them and the people that are below them are trying to fight back. Okay. So I've got 3 protest songs here. Fortunate Son by CCR, which stands for Creedence Clearwater Revival. Where's the Love? Black Eyed Peas. And A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. These songs are from the 1960s, 70s, and 2000s. So I tried to bounce around a little bit. Excuse me, they are different genres. Three base questions here. What's that song about? What do you think they're fighting against? And do you think the song was successful in starting a revolution or actually trying to solve or fix the problem that they're talking about in the song? And then if you scroll down, number four, your pick. Guys, so much of music is protest music, right? There are songs about revolution. Check this out. If I open up a Google tab, I do songs about revolution. I guarantee you, oh my goodness, look at all this. There's tons of songs here that you can choose from. 50 greatest protest songs, songs about revolution on Spotify. You don't have to be stuck and just think of one yourself, guys. There's literally tons of resources out there that can help you out and get everything done. As always, if you have any questions, hit me up on Remind, hit me up via email, do whatever. Look for a Remind coming out from me. I know I sent one, it was very vague. It said to all my second period. If you're in my second period and your name is not Zach or Geo, you owe me the Unit 2 study guide. Shout out to those two for actually doing it. Fourth period, I'm getting to you right now. I just took a break from first and second. Go and work on it. Okay. If you got any questions, hit me up. Let me know. Hopefully, you are more productive than the lazy cat. Katie, there you go. Good meow. She's awake now. All right. If you guys need anything, hit me up. I'll talk to you later.